Hey, I'm Andrew Hales. Welcome to another edition of Chatting With. I'm here with Steven Dux.
Hello.
Thanks for being here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fun here.
Let's see, millionaire.
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
Hell yeah. Penny stocks mostly?
Yeah, most of the time. I would say micro stocks.
Micro stocks.
Not necessarily penny stocks, yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, penny stocks is anything that contains like under $1 stocks. But what I typically trade is above 1, so 2 to 10.
At that level, it's kind of a total risk, right? How do you decide what's worth trading?
Okay, so it's going to be a long explanation.
Is that kind of a loaded question? Yeah.
Can you narrow it down a little bit more specific?
So I guess you're on the market and then you see one that's $3.
Okay.
Why would you buy that?
Okay, so my main strategy is more shorting.
Mm-hmm.
So when stock go down, I make money.
Oh, shorting, yeah.
So on micro stocks, fundamentally they're all bad, considered to be really, really bad.
Yeah.
So typically they need money for their long projects, long-term investings. So what they're looking for is they can hype up the stock, and then they do an offering or some kind of news, so they can gain the money from the investors. Then they got the money to do their long-term investing. So people who are lost money is from the people who are buying the stocks that they think they're going to be the next Microsoft,
Mm-hmm.
the next, last year was Bitcoin, this year was wheat business.
Right.
Yeah. So, and those companies are not necessarily really, really good. And for a company to grow to something like Microsoft or Tesla, it takes 10 years, 20 years. It doesn't take 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are little bit understanding the market. And all the extensions on stocks go over 1,000% in 5 days. They all come down 50%, 70%. That's where I'm aiming for, and they always come down 50% in a day.
You're always betting on them failing.
Yeah, sometimes yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I go 20% on going on buying, 80% going on betting on failing. Yes.
Wow. How long you been doing this?
Been doing this since I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you first get into it? You just opened up an account and went away?
No, at first I was looking up on Instagram and see people have Lambos and stuff. I was like, how do they have it when they're like super young? So,
Did you initially like do a course or some kind of schooling?
Majorly is.
Or you just taught yourself, or?
Most of it, I improved my strategy. So all basic information you can look up on Google or any kind of where.
Yeah.
Then you won't go in, since I was an engineering major, so it's more about statistics.
Yeah.
All right, so if I test this pattern for 10,000 times, what is the average winning percentage of this pattern?
Okay.
And if I can find 80%, about 80% can win on this pattern, 20% fail. If I do it for a year, I always win.
But you still have negative days, right?
Yes, I do have negative days. Yeah.
But obviously more positive days.
Now if for a recent couple months, I haven't had any red month.
That's
For
good.
the last 6 months.
Wow. The last 6 months?
Yeah.
It's always been profit.
Yeah, always been profit. Each month was about 150,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Some months are 300,000, 200,000.
What's the most you made in one day?
One day, 200,000.
$200,000?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
How did that?
I mean, like you put in, like, I don't know. I feel like you would have to have like $1 million, right?
No, don't need $1 million account.
What is the most you trade with on a given day?
In dollar wise?
Yeah, I mean, like Ricky, I think he said he only does like 30 or 40,000.
No, I don't do that kind of. So the psychology behind my strategy is human nature. So let's say you don't know anything about the market, and some friend recommends
Which is
you.
true.
Yeah, a friend recommends you to say, okay, I will buy this at this $5, right?
Okay. All right.
And the stock instantly dropped to 1. You're suddenly holding the stocks and you want to sell it because you're down money. Now, what happens when the stock comes back to 5 in the next 5 months? After 5 months, there's one day the stock comes back to 5. What's your instant reaction? You want to sell it because you don't want to hold it that long. So when you sell, you will cause a selling pressure. When you cause a selling pressure, the stock will drop. And when you sell, also increase the supply and kind of lose the demand. Then the price will significantly drop. And many people think like that way.
Right.
Then I'm betting, and then I'm going to short it.
Yeah. Well, it's so emotional.
Yeah.
How do you
So you
control your emotions? You know.
You study human nature, and you use statistics, and statistics never change.
Yeah.
And human nature really doesn't change.
Huh. Yeah. I see. One of your videos says 27,000 to 3 million.
Yeah.
What's that? Like, can you just summarize that?
So I started with 27,000.
Like savings or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Savings. And then, yes, I did went on losing streak. I'm not a perfect trader. But I worked really, really hard, about like 10 hours a day.
10 hours?
Yeah, 10 hours for a consistent year.
Like, what does that mean, working? Like, you're on some software and you're seeing like the, I don't know. You know?
Okay, so first you want to test your strategies. You want to make all the spreadsheets. You want to test all kind of strategies to see what kind of strategy work, because there's a lot of courses out there.
Yeah.
They teach you stuff, but when you want to go test the strategy, they don't work, and then it's not real.
Right.
So you want to see by yourself it is real, it's working. Then you try to perfect that strategy. So when you perfect that strategy, you increase your maximum gain and you minimize your risk.
Okay. Well, yeah, it feels like everyone says that. Yeah, you know, minimize your risk, blah, blah, blah. I guess, how is your technique or strategy different?
Let me give you a same example. You bought stock at 5. When the stock comes back to 5, let's say it comes back to 4.8.
Okay.
And you're still going to sell because it's pretty cut even. Then I'm going to short at 4.8, right? So when the stock hits 4.8, it's going to go down. I'm betting it's going to go down. And I'm risking 5 because almost all people are stuck at 5. And when it hits 5, they're going to sell because everybody just bought and instantly dropped. So they're tired holding the bag, holding the shares.
Right.
When the stock breaks 5, I'm going to cut my losses. So I'm only risking 20 cents.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
But you keep holding it.
And keep holding it if the stock doesn't break 5. But if it breaks 5, I'm going to cut my losses. So I'm losing 20 cents.
Okay.
And if the stock drops, and typically my strategy that on statistics, they drop about 26%. So 20 cents divided by 5, 4.8, where I'm shorting, that's about 2 divided by 4.8.
Okay.
And my reward will be 26%. So that's how you increase your risk, minimize the risk, increase your reward.
So you take a stock and then you look at its history and you figure out statistically what it's going to do.
Yes.
But in actuality, no one really knows what it's going to do, but statistically
it's going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now what are you doing? Do you have any other businesses?
Yeah, I do have educational business, and the purpose of this educational business is to shrink down every single, like, I would say micro stock, penny stock knowledge into really condensed info. So I don't want people like me going through 10 places at once, trying to figure out what kind of strategy works, what kind of strategy doesn't work, and waste a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
So many courses now. It's like a trend now for some reason. There's so many courses on learning stocks. Why would someone join yours, I guess?
Okay. All right, here comes the important part.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people think, okay, well, anybody trying to sell courses
Yeah.
and blah, 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 blah. The one thing they don't show is their account statements. That's very, very important. You have to approve and you have to verify every single one of your trade.
Yeah.
Right? So if you just talking and the broker doesn't come out and support you, okay, well, this is how much money you made.
Yeah.
Right? You don't show your account statements that proved you made this amount of money.
You're completely public with your statements.
I can post statements, yes.
Wow. Let me see here. What are we opening up?
So, it's a live opening account statements.
We're opening your Robinhood. What are we opening?
No, Trade Zero. Nah, Robinhood is a terrible broker.
Oh no, that's what I've been using.
Actual statements. My name.
Mm-hmm.
I can put on my driver's license or whatever.
Okay.
So net profit, right here.
Yeah.
Move down is 243,000.
That's what you made in January?
Yeah. If I win money, somebody's gonna lose money, right? So it's like a competition.
Yeah.
It's in every single industry, real estate or anything, all kinds of industry. It's all competitions.
Yeah.
And what you want to figure out is, so specifically in stock market, there's people buying, there's people shorting, right? So if I can figure it out, people who are buying, all their mentality and what kind of price they're going to be nervous at, right? When the stock drops to this price, they're going to be panic and start clicking the sell button.
Okay.
And then learn from that psychology and then counter strategy them. So develop a counter strategy, counter the buying people's mentality. And
how do you know they're nervous at all? Like, how is it? Isn't that all theoretical in your mind?
It's not. It's first it's theoretical, then I put into statistics to prove if it's going to work or not.
Yeah. Man.
So it becomes a real strategy.
Right.
Yeah. So
what do you like to do for fun?
For fun? I used to like cars and then bought a car. I don't like it anymore. When you had it, you don't want to.
Do you have a nice car now?
I have a McLaren, yeah.
McLaren. We'll see. Yeah, so you're doing fine now for money.
Yeah.
Now you sell this course though. That's for just teaching, just for fun. It's just like you like teaching, or?
I like teaching for fun. And second, I was pissed when I started. I go through so many useless information.
Okay.
And I'm also the one got trapped in those lifestyle courses.
Yeah.
That talks a bunch of BS.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's more like not a revenge, like I was saying.
Yeah, well,
I just want to give people like...
It's a mission, yeah.
Okay, here is the condensed information. Here you go.
Cool. Check out Stephen Dux's info in the description. Thanks so much for being here.
No problem.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.